Tic-Tac-Toe Dream Team. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video. Guys, here we are back with our guy Evan. Like I said, I rock with this man videos. He drops nothing but greatness. So entertaining, so informational. And I like how you come from both sides because he lived in the UK, also lived in the US. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that. This is what's socially acceptable in the US that would be horrifying in the UK. Besides healthcare, I don't know what else there's gonna be. So I'm intrigued to see it. But before we jump into this, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You gonna subscribe to any of it? Follow the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Human, I talk back. If you got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon, or in the description section there's a Google form link. Whoa, you guys!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a man who just had his British citizenship application rejected.
Oh, wow.
My name's Evan, and
really?
today we're doing a bit of Reddit content. Y'all like that? We got a couple of them coming up. I saw a thread the other day that I was like, 100%. I gotta look into this for a video, save it for a video. The thread was, what is socially acceptable in the US that would be horrifying in the UK? That's my life, right? Okay, let's see. What do we have in store here? Also, by the way, today's video is sponsored by my Twitch streams. That's right. I'm handing money to myself. I've just upgraded all my kit recently, so having a good time over there. Check it out if you get a chance. But the first one we got to talk about today in this thread is when my Brit friends were visiting, they were horrified when the waiter took their credit card and swiped back to the terminal. This made them really uncomfortable. It's convenience, okay? Why are British people so upset about simple convenience? It's almost like how in England, you know, you guys put your like silverware a certain way when you're finished the dish. I don't know what it is. It's like that. When you're at a restaurant and you're finished your dish, you put your credit card in the little bill pocket sleeve and you just push it to the edge of the table. The waiter takes it whenever he wants, brings it back, says no rush. You can leave whenever you want, as opposed to England where you have to wait for 3 hours until the waiter comes back to talk to you. You got to wave him down. I'm that guy. I'm really sorry. I'm that guy. But then again, I guess this only works in the US because we don't have chip and pin, or at least you can still swipe. We do have chip and pin now, everybody, okay? We have advanced. Yeah. But you can still just swipe and sign. That is still available somehow. So, next up here.
Everything. I didn't know that would be horrifying because he took it and went to... that's not too scary, but I guess if you're not used to it, then...
but you can still just swipe and sign. That is still available. Somehow. So next up here we got saying someone has a lot of spunk.
A lot of like,
you know what? I think that's fine. I still don't think spunk sounds too much like spooge or whatever. What's that? Spunk sounds more like, you know, he's spunky. He's very he's full of energy.
Yeah.
Right? He's not full of cum.
It's a compliment.
Oh, damn. All right, what do we got next? What is next? We have naming your child Randy. What, like the guy from South Park? What's wrong with that? What we got? British people in this thread. Wait, people don't really name their child Randy, do they? Americans. What's wrong with Randy? Seriously, I understand. Does anyone in 2021 use the word Randy to refer to their state of sexual arousal? I hope not. Jesus.
Is that what they do? Is that... Yeah, what's wrong with Randy? I like, because Randy Orton's one of my favorite wrestlers. You feel me? I hear voices. We ain't gonna go into that.
Word Randy to refer to their
what's wrong with
state of sexual arousal. I hope not. Jesus. Maybe your grandpa, right? Maybe Gen X, possibly. But no millennials or Gen Zers are up here going, oh, darling, I'm feeling a bit randy. I could really use a ruffle rousing in the downstairs quarters. You know what I'm saying that? No?
So that's what it is.
Please tell me. All right, next up, we got coming from the perspective of a British guy, your style of customer service. Not universally, but very commonly. It's way too over the top for us. Nobody here can be with that. Yeah, yet again, you guys just don't like our customer service. I personally, I've said this before, I just enjoy good customer service, okay? I'd like the ability to be able to choose, you know. I wish you could go into a store and just put up a sign and be like, you can talk to me, I need some help, or do not talk to me, I am from England. You know, either of those is fine. I lived in the UK for 3 months, and this is surprisingly accurate. Every customer service type person I interacted with seemed like they could hardly be bothered. American cashiers be like, oh my God, how are you today? British cashiers be like, hi, all right. I guess I've slowly become a bit more British, that when I go into my Sainsbury's, I don't really expect much of a song and dance. I just kind of want to get in and get out. So a cashier just being like, you all right? I can be like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not... I can deal with that. I guess niceness being...
We're in their corner and
horrifying.
because their local agent is a small business owner too.
It's just too over the top for you if you're not used to that. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I can understand it. I love it, but I can understand why it'd be horrifying if you're just not used to someone, know what I'm saying, being all energetic or all in your personal space, personal bubble. I can understand that.
And get out. So a cashier just being like, you all right? I can be like, mm-hmm. Or just be like, yeah, you all right? Anyway, we're moving on. We got, when someone says, make yourself at home. Actually making yourself at home. Well, to be fair, we actually had a Scottish person move in with us for about 2 or 3 days earlier this month, and she really did make herself at home, right? She brought a lot of things. She was putting plants around, moving things, and I was like, wow. I have heard horror stories of people inviting guests around and then they just go into the person's fridge, but I don't think that's a U.S. thing. I just think that's a crazy person thing. Like, even if it's a friend I've known for like 7 or 8 years, I'm not going to go into the fridge and actually make myself at home. Not unless I explicitly ask for the permission for that thing. Just because otherwise that's a bit weird.
If it's a friend for that long, bro, I will go in there. That is by like second home at that point. I do have like a second family. I just go. I'm like part of the family, right? If I want something and I ask for it, he's like, why are you asking? You don't need to ask. Just go get it. Okay, cool. That's how
make myself at home. Not unless I explicitly ask for the permission for that thing. Just because otherwise that's a bit weird. All right, we've got, I don't know how common it actually is there, but going f***ing wild at the cinema during a hugely popular film like Avengers Endgame or a Star Wars film. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube of the audience reactions to various big franchise films, and I don't know how anybody lasts more than a few minutes in that room. I saw the Star Wars films in the UK, and there was one guy in the back, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, that was really not that great. Have you seen the other one? This one was pretty bad, actually. If you're asking which Star Wars film, does it matter?
I feel that. That does annoy me sometimes.
I'm not trying to poo-poo on people's parties. So if you enjoy cheering when the plane lands, for instance, you're very strange, but okay, I'm glad it makes you happy. Anything taking over an hour to get to being a short trip. I miss that. I miss just being able to have a car and being like, oh, I'll pop on over. Like, I've been considering moving out of London just a bit and getting a car, because that way I can go anywhere. But yet here, you know, if it's over an hour, that's, oh God, that's so far away. I miss just being able to have to drive places when I lived out in the rural areas of the farms, you know. In London, I'm like, oh, you live in the south, I live in the north, we're destined not to be friends. It's tragic. I was in Japan once, and there was a vending machine selling beer outside my hotel room. So, being British, I bought a can and went to the elevator, where I shared an excruciating couple of minutes with 2 American businessmen. They were horrified at my early day drinking, and I at their willingness to express this.
Wow.
That is a lovely written sentence. I mean, yeah, I feel like at every office I've ever worked at in the UK, day drinking is just a thing. Like, once 3 o'clock rolls around on Friday, hey, it's beer o'clock, time to get a little boozy. The US has historically had an incredibly weird issue with alcohol, though. The prohibition, the anti-prohibition, the 21-year-old thing, making tea in a microwave. No one actually makes tea in the microwave in the States, okay? This is just one of those pranks we like to do.
I was gonna say, I've never heard of people making tea in a microwave. I've never heard of that. But that's just me.
Actually makes tea in the microwave in the States, okay? This is just one of those pranks we like to do on British people to make you feel horrified. It's similar how Australians make up the thing about the drop bears. Woo! Nobody actually makes tea in the microwave. Except my mom. And okay, maybe this is a thing. Wait! Wow, Americans have walk-in microwaves. You mean Arizona? Oh, okay, someone said Florida. I guess that makes sense. They what? They don't own kettles. Yeah, kettles aren't really a thing in the States, okay? I'm really sorry. If you have a kettle, you went fancy. I have one that's the other way around. A girlfriend did that hands over the eyes surprise thing and presented me with a little Christmas tree decorated with a candy cane. Oh. I said, oh, a dinky little Christmas tree. In America, dinky means worthless. In the UK, it means small and cute. She cried. I had to call my mother to back me up on the misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a misunderstanding? Who says dinky? Like, oh, a dinky little Christmas tree. Dude, would you say this, British people? Would you really say that? Because I kind of understand dinky as meaning like small, but also of low value. Like a rinky-dink laptop means like a bit of an old one. But I guess if I said like a dinky little laptop, yeah, I would view it as like a budget laptop that's also small. Maybe that's my mind just combining the 2 cultures I've grown up in at this point. Politicians mentioning religion when campaigning. Only a few years ago that Tim Farron got raked over the coals when it came out he was quite religious, because that implied he might be anti-gay marriage. Night and day in comparison to the US politics. Yeah, isn't that Isn't that crazy? Coming out and finding out that some politician is religious, people immediately go like, whoa, wait a minute. Are they going to take their religion into their office?
That's
like,
wild.
That's quite interesting, especially considering the U.S. is the whole separation of church and state.
Facts.
Which seems to be more of like a front-facing thing. The way that it actually works.
I feel like, right, you shouldn't get punished for having a religion, right? If you're a religious person, that shouldn't punish you, I guess. You just feel strongly about what you believe in. I think that's a good thing.
Which seems to be more of like a
I can understand why church and state were separated.
I've learned from British friends that you have to be very careful giving out peace signs. If you have your hand facing a certain way, it's like a f you. In the UK, basically, whereas in the US, it doesn't matter which way it's facing, really. Several years ago, I sent them a picture of me doing an incorrect peace sign, and they were appalled. This is one of those things where I just feel like most people are aware of this difference. Correct me if I'm wrong, where it's not really seen as that big of a thing anymore. But also, who's accidentally giving out a peace sign like this? You know, this is the peace sign. Yet again, maybe this is just combining all the culture I know, but also in a photo you post like this. You're not saying piss off. You're like, I'm a gangsta G. Okay.
Come on now. Come on, Evan. No. Yeah, I like Evan because Evan know I'm a gangster G. Evan know. Keep it going.
Like, I'm a gangster G. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the MySpace days. You can do whatever you want. I'm originally from the UK. Have a son that loves Japanese stuff. Oh, really? So we went to a gun show that had people selling swords. Found a really nice katana for him to hang on his playroom wall. But that surreal moment when we're walking out of the show with the sword in a scabbard, on end, by his side, walked past a cop at the entrance who nodded. Approval. Nice sword. Then in the parking lot, passed a lad his age and his dad, both carrying semi-automatic rifles on slings. Both nodded approval and respect to my boy with his sword. The whole show had hundreds of people walking around with guns and bags of ammo. Never felt anything but safe. But I did think this could be a tad out of place back home. You think? That is wild. Have any of you guys actually been to gun shows? Because I have.
I haven't.
And it's strange. I never felt unsafe there. Just felt like a place where you could go and try out some guns. You could try a new laser sight, shoot some hay bales.
That's pretty dope.
Celebrate every moment, every hero, every story.
I understand that must be very strange for other cultures. Addressing a stranger as sir. I got told off for this when I had a job at Urban Outfitters in London because I was always raised, it's a polite thing to do. You say sir when you're addressing people you don't know. It's like the formal. In German, you say Sie. In Spanish, you say usted. In America, we say sir. And in England, they go, oh gosh, please don't say sir around the customers, Evan. What? Please. We don't want people to think you're a boomer. He didn't say that, but also he implied it. Turns out I'm not cool. I'm just polite in my own home country. The only person you address with sir in the UK is your teacher. See, I find that weird. Someone followed up with, which is weird because school is the only place we don't use it in America. But fun fact for any Americans that don't know this, not only do they say sir for their teachers in the UK, but that's for the male teachers. For the women, regardless of their marital status, they say miss. Excuse me, miss. I can't imagine doing that. Yeah. It's weird because it sounds formal, but in such a strange way that I'm just not used to. Also, by the way, if you are enjoying this video and you are someone who has not yet subscribed to this channel, this is just a call to action to do that. Please help me out, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. My British partner and I, American, we're in London, running late to meet our friends. Just as we get to the tube station, I see our train has just pulled in. We halt across the platform and I yell, hold the door. Someone does. We make the train. I don't see a problem. My partner, by contrast, is mortified. This was 4 to 5 years ago, and he is still mortified. Apparently, we were just meant to, just let the train leave without us and wait for the next one. Yes, this isn't New York City, where the train line is just horrible and always late or just broken down, okay? Ours is only broken down during specific instances, like when it snows or rains too hard. No, but in reality, there's trains all the time. What do you want, the Victoria? Every like 2 minutes. Central? Every minute. Come on, you can wait 1 minute. Unless it's a very busy platform. But at that point, you're not running for the train. I cannot believe you've done that. I'm mortified, okay, for your partner as well. I don't want to know you. When somebody says you should come
okay, I didn't get it. I was like, I didn't know the trains came that often. I would have been like, that's the right thing to do, right? Well, okay, if they come that often, then
you've done that. I'm mortified, okay, for your partner as well. I don't want to know you. When somebody says you should come by their house sometime, actually going by their house sometime, that was probably the worst thing I had to get used to. People not actually being real friendly here. When I say, come on over, I want you to come over and have a barbecue with me.
Yeah.
Over here, they just mean, wouldn't that be nice? In a fictitious world where I actually want you at my house. Thank you, appreciate that. How much sugar is added to the U.S. versus UK food? Yeah, if you've seen my video where we did cereal, it was kind of mind-blowing. Even like the cereals like Cheerios here, they just try and remove even more sugar. I didn't even know there was sugar in Cheerios. Looking around someone's house and complimenting things. Wow, that's
nice.
Not a U.S. thing. Excuse me. I was just about to use it as a reason. I do that all the time. At Christmas time, tons of people go to places they don't even live at and look at the Christmas decorations people have put up on their neighborhood/houses. Well, yeah, I love that. Come on. I do wish that you guys in the UK put a little bit more effort into like fun stuff like that, just because it's fun. Goes against the mantra, I guess. Sometimes there's lines of 30 cars going through a neighborhood. Oh yeah, you go through some like the little posh suburb areas where like those little housing developments, everyone has like little lights up. I think that's really lovely. Huh? As I found out is done in another thread the other day, eating sandwiches without butter on the bread. Being from the UK, this horrifies me. No, it horrifies me that you guys put butter on freaking everything. Listen, I love butter. I'm American, okay? But when it comes to sandwiches, there are better spreads. I just found out.
Like a regular sandwich, just like butter on white bread? That's a big difference.
But when it comes to sandwiches, there are better spreads.
I just found out,
literally this week, I've lived here 8 years, that in the UK, when they're making burgers on the grill, they will put butter on the buns. What are you doing? You don't need butter on the buns. You've got enough stuff going on there. You got mayonnaise, you got some ketchup, you got some mayo. I said mayo twice. That's how much I like mayo. You got mustard. Well, you don't need butter on that. Even like literally any sandwich. British people just reach for butter. It blows my mind. You butter bread no matter what. You have a sausage sarnie, people love putting butter on it. Stop that. Stop that. I know it's your sandwich, but stop it. Okay? Stop driving everywhere. In the UK, it's perfectly normal to have your kid walk to school and walking to shops to do your shopping. That is probably one of my favorite parts about the UK is that it helps me maintain a relative level of fitness just out of necessity. Like, sure, I could buy a car.
I do like that.
It's just so much easier to walk everywhere here. You walk to get to the public transit, and then when you get off, you walk to do your shopping and do whatever you do. And whereas, like, as a kid, especially if you lived in the suburbs in the States, the roads are just not designed for walking. Oftentimes, you can't. There's no sidewalk anywhere. And especially, like, I lived a mile away from my elementary school growing up, and I couldn't walk to school because the road was too dangerous, even though it was just a single road.
I see that.
It's not like I lived on a highway either. It was just that, you know, cars are speeding, not looking for kids. In the UK, you just got pavement everywhere. You can walk on the sidewalks, and also it's encouraged to do so. You're not just sitting in your car place to place, you're walking. So helps me stay a little bit more fit. We got a couple more left here. We have huge portion sizes. Kids meal in the US is like an adult meal in the UK.
Really?
It's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, we do like a big portion sizes. Not necessarily the kids thing, but yes, if you've ever been to Cheesecake Factory and walked out of there feeling hungry, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you ordered, but it must have been a water. Iced tea. No, I'm fairly certain no British person is upset about iced tea, okay? No one's horrified about that. They're more interested, from the people that I've talked to at least. It's delicious, it's sweet, and speaking of, Arizona iced tea, one of the most popular iced tea brands in the States. I actually found some the other day when I was out and about in London, had my friend Bliss try it. She thought it was really great. I've got an entire second channel vlog over on my second channel if you want to check that out. Really enjoying back in the vlogging sphere. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Like I said, I got another Reddit one coming out next week, so I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Tell me what you think of the new microphone, by the way. I spent literally like 16 hours trying to figure out how to set this all up, and I worked on my own EQ settings and everything, and I'm really excited about it. I might be selling a little audio preset for any other creators that want to get my sound, but that'll be in the future. What an interesting outro. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
I really rock with Evan, bro. Evan's so dope. I love this channel. Some of these things I didn't think were horrifying, but I guess it's just two completely different cultures, two different atmospheres, so two different environments. So they do different things. But that's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite video you want to see him react to, you can subscribe to Patreon and leave a suggestion. Or in the description section, there's a Google form link. Hit the link, fill out your suggestion, send it to me. If you want me to get to yours faster than others, fill out premium. Make sure you hit subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You can subscribe to anything. Follow all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy D Neal. Out.